Hello again.
So first of all, before we start this video, I wanted to say, those of you who watched our last video, thank you so much. If you're new, go ahead and check that other video that we did. That was our first video. And please subscribe and like our videos. That would be awesome. We're excited to make other videos, and we actually have a couple of things coming up.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Before we continue with the Q&A that we prepared for this week, we're going to do a little icebreaker just so you guys can get to know a little more about us. So a little bit about myself. My name is Joel. I was born in the Dominican Republic, and I live in Lawrence now. We live in Lawrence. I'm 27 years old, 26 years old.
Guys, this is funny because he keeps saying that he's 27
26.
and he's 26.
Over this year, that's what it is, guys. So to be honest with you, I can't wait for this year to be over already. What I currently do now is I'm part of the management team for one of the largest credit unions in the state of Mass. And I've been in the financial industry for 8 years now. Long time. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Some background. My full name is Gabriela Abigail Jorge, but I did want to explain why our channel is called the DeLaCruz Family. And it's obviously, if you watched our other video, we're getting married in a couple of months. So
8
yes,
months.
For anybody wondering, yes, I will change my last name to DeLaCruz. Not only for us, but for our daughter. It's just special, and yeah. So
You better.
I am Dominican, but I was not born in the Dominican Republic like him. I was born in New York, for Rockaway, Queens. But we're both Dominican. My parents were born in the Dominican Republic. And yeah, ever since I was little, literally like 6 months, I've traveled to the Dominican Republic many times. And I actually lived there for a year.
Dominicana.
Somos Dominicanos. I do for a job, a career, is I teach preschoolers. So my major is in early education. That wasn't what I originally wanted to do. I actually wanted to do social work, and I did take a couple of classes, actually like 5-6 classes, but I decided to change my major, and I also transferred school. You know, the job isn't easy, but it is rewarding, so I love what I do.
Yeah, God bless you for working with little kids.
I know. I can't believe even when I say it, like what I do, I'm like, really? Like, but yeah, it's fun. The kids are fun. So
what Miss Blogger here did was she promoted that we were doing a Q&A this week. And she actually, I think you posted it, was it on IG?
IG story, yeah.
So
for 24 hours.
Yeah, so she posted it on Instagram that we're doing the Q&A this week, and a lot of people actually
I was surprised.
Gave her great questions.
And yeah, there were such good questions, and I want to thank those people that took their time and like helped me come up with those questions.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you. But yeah, these are really great questions. There's really not going to be an order to the question. Let's get started. The first question here is favorite place to travel to or on the bucket list?
My top places would be Thailand and like Dubai.
Okay. Your favorite place to travel to though?
I'm gonna say the Dominican Republic.
Favorite place to travel, you already mentioned it. 100% the Dominican Republic. So far, because obviously our traveling is not, it's not like we have such a huge traveling list. Yeah. We have a very limited list.
We're going to work on that.
As far as bucket list, for our honeymoon, what I wanted to do was Bora Bora.
Next question.
Next question. Here you go. You can read it.
So what are your long-term goals? Well, I love that question because it actually ties into that previous question. One of our goals is to travel more, at least twice a year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for leisure, like you said, definitely traveling more. So our next question is, want any more kids?
I feel like the mommy in me, and like just when I see Gia, I get baby fever. So yes, I want more kids. There's days that I'm like, oh my God, Joel, like We're good. I just see Gia and I feel bad. I feel like she needs a sibling. So my cap of having kids is 30 years old. I'm 26, turning 27 in December. So by the end of this year, I'll be 27. And that means for me, I have 3 more years to have kids. If I have more kids, it's going to have to be in those 3 years. And I always tell Joel,
no pressure.
But we do get baby fever, so.
So you do want more kids, because that's.
I would love another child or 2. My dream would be to have a boy and then another girl.
So as far as having more kids, I definitely do want more kids. I come from a huge family. And honestly, my dream would have been to have 10 kids. But after having our precious little daughter...
You said 10 kids.
10. That was my dream, not forever. But I've always said I want a big family. I don't want 15, but maybe 10.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe 10. Or if we want to push it, if we're doing financially amazing, like we can definitely maybe go for 4. But as of now,
can push in the future, sure, have them.
As of now, the goal is definitely we're keeping it. I would say we're keeping it at 2 kids. You're always talking about a 3rd kid. I'm fine with 2 kids, whether it's a boy and a girl and a girl.
And that's the good thing about us. Like we love girls. Like he's such a girl dad. You're such a girl dad.
Yeah, I know.
You're so good with Gianna.
Yeah, I try, but she's still tough. She's still a headache. Realistically speaking, yes, we want more kids, but we want to keep it below 4, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. How long have you been together for?
Well.
Okay. I don't know.
We have been together since 2008. Has it been from
He has a different answer than me, let me tell you. But yeah, go ahead.
Well,
I'm gonna drink
we met in
my
2000 and established a relationship in 2008. Is it the most faithful and, the most consistent relationship? No, but we've been together since 2008. Technically,
how many years
a
is
couple. That's 12 years.
12, yep.
Total of 12 years is my answer. Your answer could be different, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw some math in there. 12 years divided by minus... We were only 14. You were 15, I was 14. So it's like, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's why I say it probably wasn't the most serious of relationships, because what do you know at 14
Yeah,
and 15?
we were so young. You had more freedom in high school and like you would go out. And I was just like focused in school, hanging out with my family, traveling, doing cheerleading, track. Like it was just so different. Our life was so different. Love was there, but...
Yeah. The next question is, what did you initially think when you found out you guys were having a baby? What I recall is a few years ago, you were having a medical procedure done, and your doctor said, unfortunately, you have to come out of any type of birth control that you're in right now.
Well, yeah, she was explaining how it was going to cancel it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could I have been more careful?
Sorry. So when you're on antibiotics, that cancels out your birth control pills. Anybody, if I'm saving anybody's...
Yeah, because she was on the pill. Could I have been more careful and, bought condoms and, just be protective in general? 100%. Was I? No. Did I care? Absolutely not. So that's why I always tell people, don't think that my daughter was a mistake or a surprise, because she really wasn't. Did you surprise me when you told me you were pregnant? Yes, because you lied to me. You told me you were going on your physical when you weren't. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
So was I surprised at the fact that you were pregnant? Yes. Was it a surprise that you got pregnant? No, because I feel like in my head, I kind of knew what I was doing. I was very happy because I was like, wow, I can have kids.
You tested your manhood.
Yes.
Your baby making skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question again? I was just like, holy... Yeah.
I had to trap you real quick.
Seriously. Usually it's like they say it's woman. After I had her, I was like, wait, this doesn't mean that life needs to change. And we've done a good job juggling everything and still having fun and being young.
Next question is, best advice for how to keep things strong in a very long relationship? That's a great question. Wow. A lot of thinking.
You got 5 minutes.
How I try to keep things strong in our relationship. You obviously will disagree because you think I suck at communicating. But I definitely think that communication plays a very, very huge role in any relationship. And then little surprises here and there. Like, I feel like that's kind of how you show a person that you still think about them.
Like, as a woman's perspective into a relationship, I would advise women and girls, no matter what age or no matter what stage in the relationship you're in, to just take things day by day. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. And as I'm giving that advice, it's so hard sometimes for myself to do that. But yeah, just focus on the moment. If that's the person you want to be with, you shouldn't be, thinking about the bad or focusing on negative things or things that you don't like about them. Like, you're not gonna 100% like the person you're with.
Next question. How has parenthood changed / affected your relationship the most? Very interesting question. Parenthood affects your time. So, it's very difficult to manage your time, especially if like you're working like us, if you're going to school. For example, we have a house to take care of. Like, it's a lot. So, it's very difficult managing time just for us. Like, sometimes, we have a tactic where we're like, okay, let's put Gia to sleep early so we can spend time, but we're so exhausted that by the time Gianna falls asleep, we are also asleep.
Oh my gosh.
People to spend time together, and I'm not just talking about like date night. I'm literally talking about where we're just at home relaxing. It's very challenging because we do a lot and we're exhausted. It's what's affected us the most.
Yeah, like giving each other time. Yeah, I agree.
What made you decide to start a channel?
And I feel like we talked a little bit, like really briefly, about why last video, and I kind of said that it was just for Gia to look back, but more that we come up with ideas for our future videos, we got excited, and we feel like a lot of young people and Hispanos and people just struggling and like in relationships or being mommies and daddies, like even if you're single or not, I feel like you can relate to things we say and share, whether or not it's like advice to follow or just to watch and be like, oh, yo también paso por eso. Yeah. So we'll show you guys our daily life and like how we juggle those things. I feel like right now we're just like showing you guys a little bit of how we are and where we come from. So, what's each other's biggest pet peeves about the other? Ooh, this is a fun one. My goodness, can I pick like 5 or 10? No, I'm just kidding.
Diablo.
I'm just kidding.
Am I that bad?
I'm just kidding. No, baby.
I would definitely say, from the top of my head, my biggest pet peeve about you is how stuck you get on planning.
My biggest pet peeve about you is just when you're upset, you just shut down.
How did you decide your daughter's name?
Oh, this is a cute one.
Yeah.
One day I went, my pregnant self, to go food shopping at Market Basket, which is our supermarket here in Massachusetts. And I saw this girl, which actually was your brother's
girlfriend.
Yeah, his ex. And I didn't know that though. And I was just like, oh my God, her name is so pretty. On her name tag, it said Gianna.
But it was with a G.
But it was with a G. And then I looked it up and I actually found that it was in the Bible. And, I come from a religious family. So I loved it. But then Joel was like, oh, I love it. But remember, we want a J name. And I'm like, okay, so how can we meet halfway? So we said, let's just change it with a J. It's a beautiful name regardless. J. So us Hispanics love J's too. Sheesh. Coming from a teacher, yes.
That is true.
So many J names. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like or comment down below.
And subscribe, right?
We would love
Isn't that what they say?
Yes,
like and subscribe.
Yes.
We hope everyone's, again, staying safe, stay productive, and we will get through this.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for watching.